I was in high school, and I'd met this girl and I really liked her. She played Juliet and I played guard number 3. But we went on a date together after I had graduated. So she was a senior and I was a freshman in college. And I had gotten my car and I was so excited to be like, "Oh baby, it's drive time." But my car was like an Oldsmobile, it's just awful thing. So I begged my mom if I could borrow her new Ford Focus. And I was like, because I wanted to look cool, look good, feel good, play good, pay good. That's the motto.
Yeah.
And she was like, okay, sure, just have a good night. And I was working at the radio station and I was on the morning zoo show and they needed a celebrity judge. Celebrity is in massive quotations, and I was able to go because the main host couldn't make it. So I had 2 tickets to the improv show, and I get to roll in with my Focus. I've got my cool clothes on that I think look good. And before I left, my cousin was living with me at the time. His name is Justin. And he says, "Hey, dude, are you going out tonight?" And I was like, "Yeah, first date." And he goes, "Well, little man, you might need one of these." And I was like, I don't need it. Was a prophylactic or a condom. And I said, "All right, thanks, buddy." And I put it in my pocket and I was like, "That's well, you idiot." And he was like, "You never know." I was like, "Okay." And we go to the improv place and I drive there and she's like, "Slick wheels, thank you." And during the performance of the improv, they said, "We have a celebrity judge from, Z95.7, today's hit music." And I was like, "Hey, it's me. What's up?" And they were like, "Do you want to come up on the stage and do a little joke?" And I nailed it. I absolutely nailed it. It was amazing. And I felt pretty good. The whole place was coming up afterwards, shaking my hand, and then like it was great. I felt good. We go outside. It was freezing cold. I gave her my jacket. She's bundled up. We're having fun. I take her to the Olive Garden. Come on, I'm a working man.
Wow.
Endless breadsticks, all that stuff. I pick up the bill. It's getting on to be around 10. And I feel like, get in the car and we're driving her home. And I look over at her and she looks beautiful. She's radiant. And I say, "Well, we could, I could take you home or we could, drive around for a while." And she was like, Yeah, let's drive around." And I was doing the cool thing where I had the hand on the wheel and I had the wheel's not up there. I don't know why I grabbed that. It was like, the normal spot. And I had my other hand on the gear shifter. This is not a manual car, it's automatic. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And but it looked cool. And she put her hand on top of mine. I don't know what happened. I hit that gas and then I immediately T-boned somebody who was coming from the opposite direction. Yeah.
Oh my
And
god!
luckily, no one was hurt. The only thing that really hurt was my bruised ego. And I remember after they went spinning, and then I was driving through someone's yard, and I think I hit like their Christmas deer. And then she was like, "Stop the car." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Whoa, Bubby." I turn around. I had T-boned some girl's like Mustang or something awful sports car. And I had completely totaled my mom's car. Now, no, I wasn't going fast. I was at a stop sign and she was going pretty slow to go at a four-way stop. So it wasn't like a bang, bang, like massive collision. It was just enough damage for me to ruin both cars. And I remember this was kind of before cell phones, really. It was like the early time of that. So we called her mom and her mom was like, "Are you guys okay?" And I was like, "Yes, absolutely." And then she was like, "Okay, I'm on my way." So we wait for like 45 minutes outside and we're just kind of hanging out. And her mom never shows up. And they call each other on the cell phone or whatever. And her mom's car had died on the freeway. Like the battery went out or something. So I have to call my cousin who comes and picks us up. And so he has this stupid truck and he had some stuffed deer in the front seat or something from hunting. So we're all squeezed in the back. And it's I'm in the middle and her mom is on the left and she's on the right. And I remember he was driving and it's like 12:30 at night. And his eyes are in the rear view mirror, looking back at me and he's smiling. And he goes, "Yeah, I guess you didn't need the thing I gave you, huh, buddy?" And I was like, no." And and he was like, "Yeah, I can't imagine that's going to be useful." And he was like, and then the girl I was with, she was like, "What is he talking about?" I was like, "Nothing." And then she was feeling like her like around the coat, and then she felt the condom in like the breast pocket. And I swear when she pulled it out, you could freeze frame that moment of me stuck in the middle and her mom being shocked and her holding it and him laughing. And I wish it ended there. Like that's where the credits would stop, and it would be like wah 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 wah. And I remember we all ended up, luckily, having a good laugh once he explained that situation. And we were able to get everybody home, and my mom gave me a big hug, and she said, "It's not about the new car." Well, it's a little bit. That was, you idiot, but I love you, and everyone's healthy. And it was definitely a moment where I knew there's never going to be a worse date than that situation, where it started so good, it started too good, and it ended in absolute tragedy.
Oh
But
my
see,
God.
that's the kind of story I do enjoy telling, because it reminds me a lot of that era of my life.
Oh my God. I'm
So yeah.
speechless.
Well, I don't know. I feel like like I said, some of them don't have those big payoffs, but I feel like it's more about the journey than the destination.